Welcome, we have collected 5 of the most interesting events that took place on the 27th of April in history. On April 27, 1289, the Mamluk Sultan Kalaun captured the city of Tripoli, putting an end to the county of Tripoli. The county was founded at the end of the 11th century by Raymond IV of Toulouse, who accompanied the First Crusade to the Holy Land. In the late 13th century, the county's fortunes began to decline as the Mamluk Empire, based in Egypt, began to expand its territory and exert its influence in the Levant. In 1289, Qalaun launched a large-scale attack on Tripoli, which became the last Crusader stronghold in the Levant. The fall of the county was a significant blow to the presence of the Crusaders in the Holy Land. However, the legacy of the Crusader states continues to be felt today, both in the region's complex religious and political landscape and in its enduring cultural and architectural heritage. On April 27, 1509, Pope Julius II issued a papal bull excommunicating the Republic of Venice from the Catholic Church. Conflict between Venice and the papacy had been brewing for several years as the Venetians expanded their territories and challenged the authority of the Pope in Italy. Pope Julius II, who was known for his aggressive stance against secular power in Italy, had been trying to assert his authority over the Venetians for several years. The Pope formed the League of Cambrai, a coalition of European powers. The excommunication had a profound effect on Venice, which relied heavily on its trade relations with Catholic countries. The conflict between Venice and the papacy was one of the many struggles for power and influence that characterized Italy during the Renaissance, and it remains an important episode in the history of the Catholic Church and the politics of the Italian peninsula. On April 27, 1521, the Portuguese navigator Fernand Magellan died in a battle with the indigenous population on the island of Mactan in the Philippines. Magellan, who set out from Spain with a fleet of 5 ships, was on a mission to find a western passage to the Spice Islands in the East Indies. After arriving in the Philippines, he tried to spread his influence to the neighboring islands and tribes, which led to a conflict with the people of Mactan. He led an expedition to Mactan. The ensuing battle was chaotic and brutal, with the outnumbered Spaniards encountering determined resistance from natives armed with swords and spears. During the battle, Magellan was struck by a poison arrow and pierced by a spear and died on the battlefield. Magellan's voyage and his death in the Philippines remain a significant episode in the history of exploration and sea navigation. The Tea Act, passed by the British Parliament on April 27, 1773, became a significant factor contributing to the American Revolution. The act gave a monopoly on tea imports to the East India Company, allowing it to sell tea directly to the colonies without paying the taxes colonial merchants had to pay. This led to protests and boycotts by American merchants who saw their livelihoods threatened and their rights violated. Before that, the American colonists organized the Boston Tea Party, during which they boarded 3 ships of the East India Company and dumped their cargo of tea in the harbor. This act of protest was met with severe retaliation by the British government. The Tea Act is widely regarded as one of the main catalysts of the American Revolution, as it undermined the position of local merchants and sparked outrage among the colonists. The Pampers brand of disposable diapers was patented by Procter & Gamble on April 27, 1965. Before the invention of disposable diapers, parents had to rely on cloth diapers that had to be washed and dried after each use. It was a time-consuming and often messy process. This made it difficult for parents to travel or go out with their babies. The invention of Pampers diapers revolutionized the baby care industry. Disposable diapers were made of super-absorbent material that could hold several times its weight in liquid. Pampers quickly became a popular choice among parents. Today, disposable diapers are an everyday part of modern parenting, and Pampers remains one of the best-known and most trusted brands in the industry. Thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. If you want to send, thank the authors and finance the development of the channel, there are links to several possible options for this in the description. Goodbye.